Dear friends, welcome back with another mission on the Vulnhub, which is Leopold. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want to. This machine is very different from others because it will involve client-side attack rather than server-side attack. If you have already followed my channel, we have already demonstrated the server-side attacks very often, very much. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get started. We can head over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use would be netdiscover. Okay, as you can see, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 242. As usual, what shall we do next? We need to do port and self-scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just get out its result. I used the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. Although you can notice here the IP address has been changed from the one when I did the machine the first time. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. However, both are used for the Samba service. So it's very clear what shall we do next. We need to do immersion with Samba service. So how? We can, the first utility I'd like to use would be SMB client with option of L to specify the target. And as you can see, although we got something back from the target, there are two shares, but both are default ones. Normally, we cannot get anything from those default shares. So the next utility would be enum for Linux, followed by the IP address of the target. And in most cases, we can use this utility to retrieve the username on the target. So this case, as you can see, the username would be Leopold. We can copy. And of course, the IP address, we can note down some information before we proceed. Samba service and immersion. So the username would be this one. But at this point, we cannot utilize this username information to do anything. So how to do? Actually, also this would be very frequent, phenomenon. We need to launch Wireshark to see whether we can get traffic or packets from the target. Sometimes the target or the machine will actively send traffic, send packets to outside. Okay, so how to do? We can launch Wireshark. Wireshark is GUI packet capture, and we need to select the interface to be listened on. And we can go to the options, select the second interface, start, and immediately we got some packets. And as you can see from the IP address, we know that such packets are sent from the target, right? 242. And also the protocol is NBNS. This is the NetBytes name service, which is very similar to DNS, which can convert the human readable, maybe I have already opened up this site, translate human readable names to IP addresses, okay? But, the mechanism is different from the DNS. DNS is hierarchical, okay? But NBNS is a flat namespace. And another very difference between the NBNS and the DNS is the NBNS will use broadcast. As you can see over here, the destination will send to all hosts in the network in this or in this LAN, in this internal network. Okay, so this is a very big difference, and I think we can take advantage of this difference for our purpose. And actually, if you if you look at the packet, you can know something. I think the maybe in the old release, I think there's something wrong. Okay, as you can see over here, the target is trying to query this host, Disney World. Of course, now no host, which has a name Disney World, so will not get a response from the host, from the server. Okay, so how to do next? Maybe we need to note down such information. So NBNS is trying to query Disney World. So next we need to manipulate the response of the NBNS, and we can use responder. You can install it, but in this video I'd like to use Metasploit. Metasploit has actual module which can spoof the server, spoof the NBNS response. Okay, I will show you, or I think you can know what I mean. Okay, so now, and to use this module, very important. If you are not a root user, we need to use sudo. Otherwise, you will get error. Very important point I'd like to raise. We can search the NBNS, and the second module is what I'm looking for. And we can, if you want to get the information, you can use info command. So this module forges NBNS responses, and it will listen for NBNS requests. This case, requests from the target machine. And so by such forging, we can get something from the target. Okay, so we can use this module, and then we can show options. We need to set the spoof IP to our Linux, so our Linux will respond to the target. Okay, and also we need to set the regular expression to Disney World. It means that will match the strings when find the Disney World, and then this module will make response. Okay, so now we can run it. And in this case, we need to give some time to wait for the request from the target, and also you can, maybe we can make some filter IP address to be the target. Okay, I'd like to pause the video when we got the request and the response sent by the Linux. I will come back. So, all right, let's continue. As you can see here, the NBNS Disney World matches the regular expression and responding with our Linux. If you go back to Wireshark, you can see we can get to know the target is trying to, this is a response sent. Okay, I think this is three-hand shake because when the target gets response of NBS, and then target will try to set up the collection to the Linux. And because right now, as you can see, the port number is 80, but right now, Linux doesn't have this port number open. And so will not work, okay? Will not set up the collection successfully. And so next, we can set up the web server by netcat. Also, we can use Python, but netcat is also very convenient. And this netcat or this web server will wait for the collection or wait for the request from the target. And then we can see which kind of information we can get. And also, we need to give a bit of sweet time. I'd like to pause the video again. All right, as you can see over here, the netcat or the web server, which is running by netcat, has received data from the target, and the target machine is trying to get the root document, and the host is Disney World. Of course, the Linux in this case is manipulating it as Disney World, and also get the user agent or the browser information, Mozilla or Firefox, and also the version, it's version 16, a bit old, right? So I think the old Firefox has a vulnerability or exploit which we can use. So how to do next? And I'd like to close up the netcat, and we can launch the Metasploit again. And this time we can find the module which can exploit the Firefox, and we can launch the Metasploit console. This time we do not need to use sudo. And also maybe we do not need to run the Wireshark anymore. And we can search Firefox and one module. This module has string in its name. We can use the first module. This module will inject payload to the browser. Show options. We can set the local host to be Linux. Set local port number to any port number, free port number on the Linux, and set the server host. This will be serving as web server, okay? Just like netcat, what we have run earlier. And the IP address is the Linux. Either set the port number to be 80 because the target is trying to connect to this port number. And we just run it. Oh, we need to set the URI path to root, and then we can run it. As you can see, the server has started on the port number 80. And if the browser of the target is connected to this server, and as you can see, we should be getting the shell, okay? And command shell session when opened. However, this is not the shell of the target. This is our local shell or the shell of the Linux. Of course, this is not the shell of the target because the username is Kani. The reason is, this shell is not stable. We need to spawn another shell, and we can go to the Pentesting monkey website and copy this reverse shell command. And we need to do some modification. We can copy. And also we need to use different port number. and we can copy, and we need to set up another listener on the Kali Linux. Okay. Now we can see the active sessions. Sessions 1. Oh, sessions 1. And we run the command again. And we run ID. As you can see now, this should belong to the target rather than Kali Linux. And next we can spawn interactive shell by Python. As usual, we can import PTY module. And we need to do some local emulation. Also, we can export the term variable. Then we can clear the screen when necessary to get bigger space on the screen. Okay. So export term color clear. Next, we need to do some local emulation. Of course, the user flag is there, and we can go to the home directory, just one normal user. Next, we can go to opt directory, nothing there. How about var backups? Nothing there. So next, we can upload the NumPy shell script to do the automatic emulation. I've already got this script ready. So next we need to upload this file or script to the target. In order to do that, we can set up the web server on the Kali Linux by Python. And next, we can use wget NumPy. And we need to make it executable, and we can run it. So far, we have already got the initial foothold on the target. However, we need to elevate privilege to root user. After all, this is our objective or goal, right? Even I think you can notice the current user Leopold belong to the sudo. So maybe next, when the script is done, we can try to run sudo with the option of -l to see whether the current user can run sudo or not. It's almost done. We can run sudo. However, we are required to supply the password. Of course, we didn't have. So we just try 3 attempts. Okay, so let's scroll up to see whether we can find some vectors which allow us to elevate privilege. Binaries with SUID, bit, or interesting permissions. But nothing here. Users. Cron job. Processes. Some local exploits. Even dirty cow. So next we can utilize dirty cow to elevate. For example, we can copy this code. We can, or this link. I've already downloaded this code. So for now, we just upload this code to the target. We can copy and wget it's done. So next we need to compile it. However, the question is how to compile or make compilation. Usually, the code itself has instruction in the first part of the file. Okay, it is. We can copy and Of course, we need to do some, I think we need to do some, so why I cannot, but we need to change. Oh, so where is my notebook? Interesting. So maybe we can make it smaller. Oh, what I'm doing. So where? Okay. And this should be, and then we can copy and run it. No error. Change mode. 30 and run it. And we need to enter the new password like 123. It's done. However, we need to disconnect this session. And we can set up the listener. And so maybe we need to abort the sessions. We can sessions. And we can copy the reverse command again. Maybe you have a better way, but for me, I have to use this way. Okay, so now in order to switch user or run SU or switch user command, we need to get terminal. So Python okay, switch user to file fault, and this user has privilege 1, 2, 3, and as you can see, we have already become root user, and grab the final flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next run. Bye. Have a nice day, please.